Today we will take on the role of surgeons.
Are we really going to be surgeons for Italian brain rots?
You're absolutely right. I'd really like to see it.
But I forgot to mention that this is not all. There will be a secret surgeon, but more on that later.
Then let's get started soon.
But before we start, we ask you to subscribe, put a like, and hit the bell. It will help us a lot in the development of the channel. And it all starts as usual with the most popular guys.
Of course! It would be really weird if we started with someone like me, right?
Come on, Cappuccino. Everyone already knows that you are very cool and popular. We're just a little bit older.
I never would have thought that the age of appearance would give such an advantage.
That's how it works!
While we were trying to figure out who was cool and who wasn't, the crocodile was almost cured.
And now we're moving on to me, but for some reason I'm in a very sorry state.
We did a very good job on Bombardino Crocodilo. That's why we'll patch you up quickly.
Hey, take a look. How do you like our idea? I've seen that everything that could be fixed like this before.
With noodles and glue? Yeah, that was a long time ago.
You're trying to show that I'm younger now, aren't you?
Yo, bro, chill. We didn't mean anything by it.
You're taking everything too personally.
Okay, maybe you're right. Let's focus on the video instead.
That's a great idea because we're done with Shakur and we're moving on to me.
Your appearance reminds me of the appearance of one of the Sprunki. I think his name is Sky.
That's right, but this is not an ordinary Sky, but its horror version.
Hey, you're right. I remember seeing something like that, but it looked terrible.
I think when you have so many iron sticks in you, you can hardly look like a normal person.
You're right, but we patched up our friend pretty quickly, so there won't be any problems with that.
We're going through a little sneaker game and that's it. A few finishing touches and we can move on.
Who will be next?
I think it's not me again. I'm not old enough.
And again, you're starting this story. I assure you that you will definitely be in this video.
And I fully confirm the words of Tralalelo.
But if I understood everything correctly, first we need to deal with Ballerino Cappuccino, Chimpanzini Bananini, and Ambeka Ambulaba, right?
How long have you been calling them? That's right. After them, you'll be next.
But for now, we need to deal with our beloved ballerina.
She had never looked so bad, so something super bad had happened.
Unfortunately, this is most likely the case, but we absolutely do not have time to find out.
We need to rebrew a cappuccino mug on her head and fix this terrible outfit.
All these are not very fast, but very necessary steps to put it in perfect order.
First, we do a little latte art and move on to her ruined skirt.
It seems to me that latte art looks even better now than it did before, don't you think?
You're right, there's something to it. We need to fix the chimpanzee as soon as possible and move on.
Wow, look at how he can't wait to see himself in a terrible way.
Bro, know that you can always see a terrible version of yourself just by looking in the mirror.
Very funny, fools. Finish with the chimpanzees yourself.
And here you are, Cappuccino Assassin. I hope you're glad they didn't forget to add you.
And besides him, there are several other guys who need our help, so we need to hurry up.
It looks like I've returned from a crazy assignment. Not a difficult one, not a dangerous one, but a crazy one.
I think we all noticed it by the lack of eyes and the number of swords that were in you.
The most important thing is that we are able to fix this whole situation in which he finds himself.
It is possible that I was in the same place as the ballerina protecting her. I began to look like this.
It all sounds incredibly romantic and very heroic, but I'm afraid it was much simpler.
Oh yes, something like an attack by a large armed crowd of assassins from behind, and suddenly...
I crossed the path of many people, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was like that. But enough about me!
Come on! You wanted so much to be shown, and when you were given attention, you refuse it.
Oh well, let's help our friends as soon as possible and move on to secret surgical operations!
Why does Medine look like a pumpkin?
Because they're both orange, but it doesn't matter anymore.
The finishing touches are left for Madindindindun, and we will move on to Burr Patapim!
I don't remember him having a mustache, but okay, he looks a lot better that way.
Of course it looks better this way. That's why I added them.
Oh, Patapim must have gotten in a lot of trouble too. Just look how bad he looks.
It doesn't matter, because professional doctors like us can definitely help him.
We just cut his hair and shaved him, but look how he started to look.
Definitely better. Every new action and change suits him very well.
So it's time for the finishing touches in his image?
Everything seems to be fine, but something is definitely missing.
I don't think so. Rather hurry on.
But let's get started!
And it seems like the first Sprunki we have right here is Epin.
Come on, Epin. We need to train these eyeballs of yours and fill them up with Epin juice.
Alright, there we go.
And now we have to get this dog on his face to lick all the dirt and blood off.
That doesn't seem very clean.
Don't worry, it's okay! We're going to fix him eyebrows and him mouth!
How are you going to level his mouth? Oh my god, don't do that again, it's horrible.
I don't think he's in as much pain as you think he is.
Now we need a change of clothes.
You split it! Undress him in plain sight! He's completely naked right now! now.
On the other hand, think for yourself. How do we wash it? I don't think it's comfortable with clothes on.
That's right. We've cleaned him up and are going to get him into some nice clothes.
Wow, we have a clothes roller. It's really cool.
We helped one of our friends get rescued and now he looks even better than before.
Which means we need to finish with him and move on to the next patient.
What the hell are these Sprunki? I don't recognize him.
I don't know, but I think his name is Panic.
Panic, but why do you suddenly think that's his name?
Let me guess. It's because one of its parts is an alarm clock?
That's right, and that's because his head is a siren cap.
It's not that important right now. What's important is that we get him better and help the last patient sooner rather than later.
He already has eyes and a mouth. We just need to literally put a couple touches on it and we will successfully complete his treatment.
I don't think it's going to be as easy with this patient. Look at the terrible state she's in.
What horrible bone spurs! You have to make her beautiful horns.
And here they are, big, nice, and neat. I think they look great on her. Now just a little bit of tweaking.
I agree. Now they look even more beautiful. Great job, guys. Keep up the good work.
We need to get all that blood cleaned up before the end and do something about her small but very sharp fangs.
It's simple. You have to rip them out, and all your problems will be solved at once.
A little correction to a nice smile, and we're done with her. We need to keep going and help others in need.
Wait a bit. She's a girl. We need to put a few more touches on it before we leave.
Comb her hair and you're done. Now we can move on to the next patient.
Who the heck are you? What kind of clown circus are we at?
Guys, I don't think I've ever seen this Sprunki before. Comment down below what their name is.
I'm trying to fix her teeth right now.
Or his teeth.
I can't even tell. But their teeth right now are so messed up.
We need to edit her mouth to make it look neat, but I didn't think we'd do it this way.
And oh no, they're naked again. Oh no, put their clothes back on. Oh my goodness.
She wasn't naked. She was tied up. Now we'll give her a nice makeover and move on to the next Sprunki.
This is where you show off your stylist skills. Don't screw this up.
The finishing touches on the look, and we can move on to the next patient.
Oh no, the next Sprunki that needs surgery.
What happened to their mouth?
It's so disgusting.
Look, I'm cutting it off right now.
And their teeth, oh, are so gross.
You pull those teeth out and feed him some water.
I'm very interested in what happened to them all and why they all ended up in this condition.
Look at him. He's just like a baby, both in behavior and appearance.
Oh my goodness, did we just hit his eyes?
That's one way to fix his eyeballs.
Yeah, but hang on. We need to fix his hair and now clean all the blood off.
Hair first, blood second, and we need to do something about that ugly letter on his chest.
It should be cleaned of blood first too, and then I suggest we paint it.
This is a great idea. Let's do it.
It's a gorgeous color. I love it. Now that we're done with him, I suggest we move on to the next patient.
Semi-Hemi, oh my goodness, we just took out her massive tongue.
See, and now we need to cut off these teeth so we can stick them together.
Yeah, but we need to stick their brain in first.
You have to be as delicate as possible so you don't damage anything.
Oh, you really decided to put the two pieces together with a hammer. Oh my God.
Whoa, use the slingshot to put the eye back in. Very interesting technique and treatment tactics.
Maybe before you styled his hair, you should have dealt with the fact that he doesn't have a second eye. Don't you think?
It's all under control. Look.